Hello there, you are annoyed by Cassiopeia top. Here is how you beat her with Ambessa. This was my pick of choice, but you could also pick arguably way better champs into her that are range tops, preferably mages that outrange her like Serat, Mel and whatnot. Those are totally fine as well. In here I heavily trade into her, but as you guys can see, I won't even particularly win this all-in into her E and into her exhaust. She has really good synergy with this Deathfire Touch because her E itself applies that fire touch for like 4 seconds, so gladly the rune got nerfed, but she's actually running really mana, manage runes, speed runes, exhaust, so this guy does everything in his power to actually like get the most annoying runes possible. But level 1 we already got out her what, guys? We got out her basically exhaust, and she's burning more and more mana on us. Now second wind will heal you more the lower you are, same as D shield. So we burnt a lot of our mana and some of our HP, so even though it does look a bit bad for us, we also did trade a good amount into her. And you gotta remember, we got a Lee jungle that does actually like gank really well into Cassiopeia top. My jungle does path away from top lane, but that's also totally fine if he gets some value on the other side of the map. And so what you wanna do, you wanna chill down a little bit now, and you just particularly don't want to all in him because there's a ward where there's like a Shaco that Pepega's around. So I mean, it's not even easy to all in her. That's where the wind blows from, right? Like, it's not even easy. So arguably now that Shaco showed up top side, we can both side, not top side, both side. We can actually more easily go for a all in. So again, she has no mana, she has no exhaust, right? So all the stars lined up to do what, guys? To kill her. Now in here she could ban also flash, that's true. It would be a flash for flash, and we shove the wave in and do our best to get the plate. Now what's gonna happen, we pick up some of the wave, we drill through the whole wave, tuck tuck tuck, really nice. And as far as you guys notice, I'm gonna go a little bit defensive this time because the main problem is still there, that it's Cassiopeia. She still does a lot of damage, like obnoxiously a lot of damage, so I'm going full defensive, null magic mantle into refillable. I don't care about damage because you wanna just out sustain her, if it makes sense. That's I'm gonna reveal my runes as well, so it's generic grasp, grasp, shield bash, second wind. I should do it from the beginning. Overgrowth, sudden impact for short range, relative counter for speed, double adaptive for scaling HP. It's really good for short range and sudden impact on Q. And now that Shaco also has like an uptime to gank my top side, I don't necessarily want to fight into her due to the big wave. She can also kite us, so there are many like things that kind of like disallow me to properly trade into her. So particularly don't even like full force say all in into her because she will win that. You want to actually like just keep your trades decently short and just like get some nice trades off like this one. So you don't want to completely go in. I shouldn't eat that cute, that's 100%. But you don't want to completely go in, you just want to keep your trades a bit more short until you get like some nice all-in windows. Any leasing ganks are definitely welcomed. Ignore that Q. And as much as possible you want to bait her Q, and once you get out her Q, so basically you're looking for like skill shot missing errors, because once you bait out her Q, you will have a much easier time to step up and actually last hit minions or trade into her. Because you know what, her basically like her Q or W makes her E deal 93 damage, not 72 actually. No, additional 93. Oh, so it's even higher. It's not 93, it's additional 93. But back to the subject itself. So let's check back what happened here. This is a bit risky in my opinion if Shaco would be alive, but because he's dead, you will be able to actually really nicely force into her. You still got to be super conscious about those Shaco ganks. She is forced to flash away. I overchase her. So the reason why I overchase her from this direction like this is because then her like fastest route to escape would be like this, if it makes sense. And because I keep chasing her, Lee Sin will be able to catch up. I'm even warding, right? So she's not walking like this, she's walking like this. And Lee Sin walks up and I make vision with my body. We saw where she was, so Lee Sin gets a Q in, and because I warded, I walked in to make vision. Lee Sin was able to pick up this nice kill. Super well played from his part. Let's keep on, let's move forward, right? And now we're gonna just get some of his plates. Esheiko did show up in my ally jungle, sadly. I tried to follow up. I mean, happily actually, but sadly. He just died. That's good for us. Sadly for him, right? But that's not our problem. Now we got our Cowfield. Generally good item on Ambessa. We're gonna go Eclipse. Yes, you need Eclipse. I don't care if she's ranged, and into range people prefer Voltaic or damage items, not Eclipse, dude. The problem is, it's an obnoxious champion. You need it into her. The shield is super nice. She does R my R, which would be well played on her part, but the problem is, I think I could ban commit there, but I limdicked it a little bit. I'm not sure what was the reason I didn't fully commit there. Did I get scared of a Shaco gank, or... I'm not exactly sure what exactly like gave a bad vibe. I think her Q was still on, so her Q... so her Q gives her mobility, as we can see, right? Noxious Blast Haste, right? And I didn't particularly wanted to go in just because she runs at a... I thought this Q will genuinely miss as well. Like this, she turned back to E, so she didn't space well. But the reason why I jumped back is because if she doesn't Q's here, in the exact same animation as I Q, I miss my Q and she stat checks me. So in that case scenario, it's better to back off, because this was a very edge case. If she doesn't turn back to E, she basically doesn't get caught by it. So yeah. But because she walks back, messes up her spacing, I'm able to go in. But that's like the spacing check you gotta be really careful with. I mean, obviously if you're that good to detect it in the moment, if that Q will hit or not, and just jump accordingly, that's also great. But I think you gotta be better than me. But if you are, that's great. Because definitely sometimes you can more reactively jump, but these windows are not consistently takeable. They're genuinely not consistently takeable. And we wave clear the whole thing, disengage a little bit. She can tank the wave if she wants to hold the wave, but she's gonna take a lot of poke. And she does go Rod, very defensive. That's why I like Eclipse as well. It does some HP based damage into that stuff. We are buying Boots Longsword, and we are rushing back. So I just mainly like wanna like emphasize laning phase itself. I don't wanna make a super long video about her or about this game. Yeah, but some, you know, flips left and right and whatnot. Just wanna kind of like emphasize the laning phase till we get through the laning phase itself, and just kind of like on like mechanically, as you guys can see, how do you deal with her, right? Like it's very as I explained before, very important to avoid her QW so he doesn't get empowered, and just her mobility is a bit obnoxious, right? So in these situations, yes, I do get to do this because I can go in, get out, and I will be able to short trade with my Q super effectively, plus sudden impact. So this is where I kind of like sudden impact itself, because it starts to give more and more poke value as you level up. So this does scale up with levels, and yeah, it's just great, right? Like this is just great. Because any of your abilities can particularly proc it, mainly you will proc it off your Q, of course. And even now we are forcing these Q trades as much as possible, getting those sweet sudden impact procs. I don't care about her pokes too much. We wanna pick up the cannon, and for now she's very low on HP, but she has R, so she could R behind herself, W, and I will die. That's why we are not even looking to R. I'm just bluffing and engage, hoping she will R or something. But she doesn't really commit with her R, which is totally fine, because again, you know what's the problem? If I R her, she gonna R behind herself and I gonna die. And the problem is, after the cast time nerfs, there isn't even a ward where she will not be able to react and R behind herself, so you will die. Even if your R doesn't insta kill her, you will die. That's what will happen, because after your R, you will be stunned, then W'd, you can't even dash, you're slowed, so you're dead. That's why we cannot R in, because her W has a special effect. I didn't properly like explain it yet, right? But her W has a special effect, you know, we can explain it even later, right? Later is better than never. So it does apply poison, grounded, and slowed, right? And this grounded effect, this allows you from like dashing with any of your abilities. You can use them, so you can still use W defensively, you can get the shield, but you cannot dash, so often it's more practical to walk out of it, and then, again, just look for more. So she did get a little bit zoned because Lee Sin was around, so she did lose plenty of CS and some plates. So that was the idea why she didn't like really walk up. Now tell me guys, is it a bit more comfortable if the whole map is revealed, or in the comment section, or should I just keep it like a bit more hidden, right? In here I played around her R basically, like she knows I'm perma going in, so that's what the pattern you have to watch out for. And here I messed up a little bit the combo actually, that was actually a big misplay on my part. So for some reason after changes it's a bit harder for me to get that R click cast off, even though it's easier. Because like I don't know why I couldn't get the basic off, but she did have exhaust, and you know, the main misplay really did consist of the fact that we didn't like play properly. So like I did dash inside of her W, and that was really messy because there was like no get out and no recast for my E. So even if I use my E, I should then walk out of it. Sadly, I do get Shaku ganked. I would normally escape here, but they really brute force it with a Cassiopeia flash, so they managed to take me down. But that's totally fine. She burned a lots of things. Shaku also showed up top lane for a gank, and for now, we are just getting our pickaxe. Super nice component here. As far as you guys notice, we will be able to walk back to top lane in no time without TPing, so we will still gonna have our TP or pressure, I mean once my ore is up. And again, like we just shoved the wave, we know for a reason, revealing the map so everyone can see. She is not able to actually like arrive in lane in time, so we will be able to shove this wave in. We need a singular plate at this point. A singular plate allows us, or a wave also allows us to sort of get the eclipse, and that's what I'm intending to do. So again, just shoving a little bit around left and right, and now we got our eclipse. Now she doesn't know if I'm recalling or not, so she could slow push, fast push, whatever, but eclipse is a really key component for you because HP based damage super nice into her rod, shield super nice to have every 6 seconds, AD, everything is great from the item, synergy with shield bash for even more damage. So at this point it's very easy to like brute force these traits as much as you want to, just because at this point we are way too ahead, she's way too behind, and I do get my R up here, I do get my basic off correctly, I jump away from her R, which is extremely well played on my part, and at this point this guy is just pretty much cooked. So again, you can dash away totally from her R. If you want to play around it, you definitely have to dash away, otherwise you will not get the kill and she could get a fat chunk into you. Remember that R could stun for 2 seconds if you don't turn towards the correct direction. But that's it for now, guys. The laning phase is over. Destroyed our tower, right? Destroyed his laning phase completely. Mercs this game. Obviously, they have a lot of CC. Getting my next item. That's it for now. I hope you guys learned something new on how to like mechanically outplay her, how to like CS properly into her kit, and what to do, what not to do. That's it for now. Have a nice day and see you on the next one.